Been doing absolutely fantastic. I'd absolutely say that. We're going to keep things going here in Redmond right now, live so far. We're going to keep on hitting on every single environment that we have. We're going to be talking to all these new audiences that are coming online inside of the European market time zone, inside of the. Is there even I keep on referring to this European market / UK time zone because our hosts are going to be joining us in the UK time frame as well. But here in studio, I actually have everybody's favorite, Christina Warren, joining me, socially distant at the other side. We have a certain amount of space that we're supposed to stay away from each other. Fist bump there.
Fist bump.
Thanks for coming and joining us.
I'm so excited to be here. Good morning to all of those joining us from the APAC region, and I'm so excited to host live from Redmond, and I will be here to check in with our social feeds and to give you the latest news out of our digital breakouts. And I'm super excited to be able to be here with you, Rick, even though we have to social distance.
We social distance, and we just have to pass. Normally, we're definitely at a desk side by side, covering the news, looking at the events and everything else that's going on. But I mentioned that we're going to be looking at the APAC time zone and the UK time zone. Who's going to be with you?
So it's fantastic. I'm going to be joined by our UK hosts, Asim and Simona, and I'm super excited to be with them. Simona, Asim, good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Christina.
morning.
And we still have our friends also from the Australian area and from the APAC area as well. Still here. We're just going to be wrapping this one up to see what's going on. But this is the nice interstitial where we cross the time zones to be able to kind of do a nice handing off. There's no official ceremony that I'm aware of.
We should come up with something.
Well, we're going to be doing this again.
Well, this is what I was saying.
Tomorrow.
This is what I'm saying. We want all of you who are out there watching, like tweet the hashtag MSBuild. Give us your ideas of what our handoff should be when we do this tomorrow.
I think that's going to be something we can definitely do. Absolutely. Hashtag MSBuild. What about, I know that we've got some folks who are just joining us now, but what have been your highlights for what you've seen? Because you've had the opportunity to possibly stay up late and to catch some of the initial stuff that kicked off in Pacific time, but then I'm assuming you went to sleep.
I hope so.
What would you say would be some highlights that you've seen so far? How about
Asim, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. For me, it's got to be Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code and all the great announcements we had there. I think it's the tool you spend most of your time using. Like you're staring at your Visual Studio Code, you're writing code like 8 hours a day, probably longer than you're spending in your bed, lying on your mattress. So having some great changes to that kind of really good, especially the live share where you can now chat to the person you're sharing with. And also, I think we're coming up with voice calls soon on the live share feature as well. And I thought that was some really good stuff coming from the Visual Studio Code spaces.
And how about yourself, Simona, on the other side of the screen up there?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of continue with what Asim mentioned there. I'm super excited about Visual Studio Code, but in particular, I'm also excited about the opportunities that code spaces are unlocking for us. So being able to code in the browser and kind of share our instance and share our session with folks on the other side of the pond, maybe, while using code, I think that's extremely exciting. And I must admit, I also had a lot of fun watching Scott Hanselman's keynote as well, and seeing his kid coming up from the background. That was really awesome.
There are so many memes that are coming out of that keynote. I've seen the internet light up with people taking screenshots of that Hanselman keynote and going, this look on his face is how my kids are looking at me right now when they're remote schooling. So we are going to get a lot of mileage out of some of those scenes in that keynote.
So many great things.
I liked his use of virtual backgrounds where he was able to step away from the camera to go to the bathroom, but there was still him on the screen. That's, I think, the way that we should all be starting to think about how we can do our virtual backgrounds of, do we really need to be on camera or can we just appear to be on camera?
Yeah, don't mention that in front of my boss. Hey, Rick.
I'll remember that for our next teams call that we have coming up after the build side of things. Do you have any suggestions or advice as we're handing off from one to the other? How about Sonia? Any suggestions or advice to Asim or to our other hosts that are going to be coming in and doing the interstitials that are going on?
Well, I am super impressed that we are how many hours through our 48-hour live stream, and we're running on time, which is super awesome. So, it's been great to be able to fill in these little moments and to keep to the schedule for our viewers to align with their sessions. But I think Aaron is the one that has really shone through our APAC coverage today in terms of having the attitude of, it's fine, let's just move on, let's just deal with whatever's happening. And we are all, and I know UK hosts are in individual places by themselves, so they don't have the big support of the production studio in Redmond either, except we do have the backing of this amazing team that are planning our programming and giving us guidance that you can't hear. So we have a bit of secret production magic in there. And so thank you so much to the production team for their support today. The UK team, you are in really good hands. And I know that whatever happens, you'll be able to pull it off and just keep trucking.
One thing I want to share for sure, before we get to you, Aaron, just 1 second. What's interesting about this 48 hours that we have going on of continuous content, there's still new stuff that's still coming out. We don't start doing the next level of the secondary repeat of the sessions for some people that might have missed it in the appropriate time zone. That doesn't happen until something like, I want to say 2 or 3 Pacific time, /tomorrow/today, because it's now past midnight here. So there's still new stuff that is coming out on a regular basis for everybody to be able to go off and to see.
I was going to give one piece of advice to our new hosts that are coming on for the next period of time, is that make sure you unmute your own microphone before you jump on a stream, because I've done that. I've also blown out everyone's ears by putting on multiple microphones at the same time. So be aware which one's turned on and that there's only one of them turned on, because that's the best for everyone.
Yeah, I heard about that, Aaron, actually, that you blew out everyone's eardrums. So thank you for that advice. Everyone, be aware of your mute switches, right?
This is great. So definitely, as we said, the environment here is really great. We've got a phenomenal team looking after us and backing us up here inside of the environment, inside the Microsoft Production Studios. We put this on. We are so happy that you're joining us. Again, as Christina mentioned at the kickoff of this section, please remember, stay in touch with us all throughout the night, all throughout the day. Welcome, good morning, have a good breakfast, have a good lunch or dinner, whatever time it happens to be for you, with the hashtag MSBuild to be able to stay together. But I am very much nearing my end of shift for where I'm at, so I'm looking forward to being able to go home and catch a little bit of bread. I know it's late, but I definitely want to say I might still stay up and watch for a little while longer to see where things are going. Sonia and Aaron, thank you so much for partnering with me to be able to represent Down Under as well as you have done. It's been fantastic.
Rick, look, we've had such a great time working with you on this show so far. And I just want to encourage our APAC viewers to stay tuned, because we've got a couple of keynotes coming up that they haven't seen yet. So watch out for Scott Guthrie and Rajesh Jha coming up. We'll give you a little bit of a wrap tomorrow morning, but you are going to want to stay in the good hands of our UK hosts for that one. We will be back tomorrow with more from our places to yours. But before we sign off, can I have one more look at that animal cam?
Are they still there? Yep, they're still up and doing it. They're still walking around.
Yes, there they are. We can just see them over in the corner there. Well, good night, elephants, over at Taronga Zoo. And before we leave you in the very capable hands of Simona, Asim, and Christina, please enjoy an encore presentation of the key segments of Azure with Scott Guthrie. See you tomorrow.